Alright, welcome to Space Invaders Part 2. Okay, so we left off, we finished Part 1. If you didn't watch it, here's where we left off. We have, well, let's just open it up. We have our little player, he can move, and he shoots like a banshee. Okay, so let's fix a few things before we move on. We need to get these bullets getting killed by the top screen, and then let's put them back to normal. So in this lesson, in this video, we're going to go over power-ups, and in Space Invaders, the real game, there were these blocks where my mouse is, like one here, here, here. It's like group of blocks that kind of shielded you from them and them from you as well. And so we're going to put those in and maybe kick around a few ideas of how to do the power-up. So first off, here is the code that's making him shoot all crazy. What I'm going to do is create a variable. I'm going to create a variable called triple. We'll call that the triple. I'm going to set it equal to false. I'm actually going to move all of these. Usually I put all the variables and stuff up here. We don't need you yet. So let's go and do this. Alright, so now we made that variable triple. So if I come in here and say if triple is equal to true, and that would cause an error, do not put a semicolon there, then, let's see, if triple is equal to true, then you can do all this stuff. Now, since triple is false, none of this will work, which means we won't even be able to shoot. So I'm going to take this code here, and I'm going to move it also outside of triple. We'll just leave triple in there right now. Okay, so if I go, we could take it out if we want. Everything would still work. So let me go save and refresh here. Oh, we got an error. We are doing some live error fixing. What did I do wrong? Oh, I don't have a move to, it looks like. Yes, we are missing a move to. Let's take this one. And we're going to have to get rid of all this crazy stuff. Why does it say 32? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so now let me save and refresh. Okay, here we go. And he's shooting like a machine gun, and it's still sticking to the top. Okay, so we are going to change his machine gun back to a normal game that's kind of starts off slow. And then let's get rid of, the way that we get rid of it going through the screen, or to have our bullet actually interact with the top screen, is we have to put this property no bounds. That's from our library. No bounds equals true. And then let's come in here and make a little comment section for our on hits. And let's build the on hit there. So if we have our bullet hits the top screen. There's my fat fingers again. Just fat screen, top screen, and that creates a function. Okay, so in this function, we need to destroy the bullet. Let's go x.destroy. There we go. Save it. Refresh. And now the bullets sail into space, looking for a spaceship to blow up. Okay, so he's moving around, he's playing. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a little barricade. Okay, and the way we're going to do that is with a for loop. Okay, so I'm going to start labeling things. So here we're going to put our barricade. Now, let me think. Before we do that, yes, let's build the barricade first. I was thinking about doing the power-up first, but let's just do this barricade. Alright, so we need to create a for loop because we want to create a whole bunch of blocks all at the same time, and then we're going to organize them a little bit. So pay attention to this part here. So we're going to do, I'm going to squish it. I is equal to 0, and as long as I is less than 411, and I is going to increase by 10 each time. Now the reason I'm doing this is I want to use this variable I to kind of set the blocks next to each other so they don't all go into the exact same location. So this will allow I to go up 10 times. So basically we're going to build 41 blocks, and then I have one digit over that so that I can do something at the end I'll show you. Okay, so I is going to start at 0. It's going to build 41 blocks by increasing by 10 each time. So now if we create the block equals new sgs.image, images, let's see, we named it block.png. Block.png. Okay, so there's our block, and then we just need to give it these normal properties. Let's go through and do all that. The block also needs, let's set its width to 10. That way we know what the width is. I is increasing by 10, so now we can set them next to each other, and I'll show you how we do that. So let's see, what else we need? Block dot move to. Okay, so we're going to move it to, let's just go 90x plus I. Okay, and then in the y direction, we'll do 350. That sounds about right. So what we should get now is a big straight line full of blocks, one right after the other. So at the very beginning, I is 0, so we'll go 90 plus 0. That's position 90. Then we're going to add 10, so then it'll be 90 plus 10. That'll be position 100. Each block is 10 wide, so that should work where they come out in this big old line. Now let's stack them. The way we're going to stack them is we're actually going to need another variable. Let's use j. Let's set j equal to 0, and we're going to need another one too. Okay, that's for row, our third row. I'll show you what we're doing here. So now we're going to create a little if statement and say if I, this I here, is greater than, gosh, I don't know, let's go 190. It's greater than 190, maybe 150. Let's do 150. It's greater than 150. Then we're going to take this move to, and we're going to move it by j. The reason that we need to do this is because I is never going to go back to 0. I want to redo another stack on top, and so I need a variable that starts off at 0. So we're going to up it by j, and then we're going to, so j will now be 10 the first time we do it. So the first position will actually be 100. And let's see how that looks. So if I save and refresh, I did that wrong. If I is greater than 150. Oh, and we don't want 3, we need to move it in the y direction too. Okay, so this should now work. There we go. Now let's stack the next group. That actually worked really well. Okay, so let's go if I is greater than 290 maybe. Then let's go ahead and use k now. K plus equals 10. And then we'll use this move to, copy, paste. And we're going to up it by k, and let's not forget to change it in the y direction. Save it, refresh. There we have a nice little barricade. Okay, so now that we have the barricade, what I was thinking of doing is hiding a power-up in one of these little pills. And when you shoot the correct one, the power-up will drop, it'll give it to you, and then you can have whatever power-up you'd like. Alright, so let's go ahead and first get our bullet. So block has a type, and so does our bullet. So let's go ahead and do an on-hit between them. Come here to the on-hit section, and let's go block versus bullet. And that will create a function x, y, and what we're going to do is just destroy them both. Okay, so we're going to go x.destroy, and we're going to do y.destroy. And I'm going to change this back to rapid fire so that we can just see it and work. Okay, so you can see when I shoot these, they disappear one at a time. So nice little barricade. So now let's hide a power-up in there. And when we shoot the right one, it'll be random. The power-up will drop. We get the power-up. Triple gets sent to true. And we're off and running, shooting our Maven bullets. Okay, so the way that we want to do this is... Okay, so notice this right here is our little exit clause. As soon as this is no longer true, we're out of the for loop. So we want to hit the very last time that is true. So I'm going to go if I is equal to 410. So we know we go up by 10s every time. So if we are equal to 410, this iteration right here is the last time it's going to run. So what I'm going to do is say j is equal to 0. I'm going to reset all of this. J's been going up like crazy. K's been getting out of hand. Let's just reset everything and calm down a little bit. Now, also, I'm going to create a random number. Okay, and this random number, math.floor, because when you're working with arrays, you got to round down. Math.random times blocks.length. So basically this is saying I want you to generate a random number between 0 and however many blocks are getting put in here, because there's going to be a lot, especially if we make more barricades. And what I want you to do with that number is Don't tell it to me, but use it, and let's change the type. So we're going to give this one the type of special. Okay, so all the other blocks are type block. This one block in there is type special. So when we find that, and when our bullet happens to hit type special, then we're going to create a function. And just like everything else, we want to destroy what's going on. All right. Now, before they get destroyed, let's create our power-up. Power-up is a hard word to type for some reason. Okay, so power-up equals new sgs.image. Let's get the images in there, and I have a little power-up PNG, powerup.png. Boom, there it is. Okay, now what properties does it need? Well, it's going to need a type because it's going to have to collide with the player and make his bullets crazy. So let's give it a type of power-up. Makes it easy to track. It's going to need to be moved somewhere, so let's move it to wherever the bullet is, x.x, x.y. So wherever the bullet collides with this special, let's put the power-up right there. It is going to need to float down, so it's going to need no friction. And it is going to need push. We got to push it. We got to nudge it in the right direction. So I think that is good. Let's save this and see if we can find it. So in theory, I'm going to shoot all of these. Oh, there he is. Did you see the nice power-up? It's huge. We forgot to do the set size. So it's one of these barricades. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's pretty sweet. All right, so let's come in here and we'll go power-up. Set width. Sometimes we just like to set the width. Let it figure out how all that adjusts. Okay, so here we have our power-up. Now we should actually see it float down. Okay, so now, man, well hidden. There it is. There's a little power-up. We could make it larger if we want. I kind of like that size. Okay, so now we can do an on-hit between the player and the special. No, the power-up. The player can't reach the special. You'd have to be able to fly. Function x, y. Okay, so now when the player hits the power-up, let's destroy both again. Oh man, Control-Z is your friend. Okay, so let's destroy both, and then we're going to set triple equal to true. So the idea is triple is now true. We can now shoot like crazy after. Oh man, it was right away. I didn't even have to break that much. Oh, whoops. I don't want to kill the player, just the power-up. Okay, now that triple should have gone crazy. Ah, yes. Must have been something in there. We'll look at that later. Okay, let's find this power-up again. There it is. Stop killing my barricade. And now... Oh, I thought we got rid of those. Did we not? Oh, this needs to apply to these bullets too. These are actually different. Okay, now it's working. So let's make it more fun. Let's make more of these barricades. So this was important right here. The reason why is it reset these variables. So now I can just come up here and copy, paste, and we can make three sets of barricades. Is there a shorter way to code this? Of course there is. But this is the logic that's easy to follow. It helps build that foundation. We want you to understand everything in the code. So when you go and read online and it truncates it all, hopefully you know the logic that's going on behind the scenes, so it's a little bit easier to follow. So the only thing we have to change are these numbers here. So let's change them. I don't know, 350. I want a 350. Let's see where 350 takes us. And then down here, let's see what 580 gets us. I have no idea where this is going to show up. But if we open up the page, oh, we got to move this one a little further. Let's send it to 620. Now we got 3 barricades right out at the beginning, and there are 3 power-ups hidden. There's one. Now that we have one, oh, there was none in that group. There's one more. Should be another power-up. And there it is. There's the final power-up. So 3 power-ups get hidden somewhere in one of the barricades. Now your guy can shoot, and he can have at it. if we wanted to, we could do a couple of things. We could go set timeout function. So I'm thinking now, how do we limit this power up? Because in the next video, I'm going to bring in the enemies, and then we'll learn about waves and how those come in, and then we might do a boss battle. So we need this power up to kind of be limited so it doesn't just go crazy. So we could say after 2 seconds, triple goes back to false. Let's see if that works. Testing this takes forever. We got to find this power up every time. And luckily I put this machine gun on. All right. Oh, there's 2 of them. So if I try and use this up, let me reset it. And then it goes back to your normal bullet. So that's one way to do it. Or you could do it based on ammo. Let me see this idea. So let's say triple is true, but then if, let's go like this. Here's an idea. All right, so let's say we have this thing called ammo. All right, and we're going to keep track of every time we hit the W key and we have a successful shot, we're going to say ammo gets bigger. Okay. Now, here we're going to set ammo back to 0. We don't need to use var. So ammo equals 0. Get rid of the var. And then, oh man, okay, this is getting crazy. Follow me. So let's do a set interval function. And if that set interval function, it's just going to sit and listen for something. So if ammo is greater than 100, yeah, we'll give you 100 shots. Then triple is equal to false. So now it's not a time thing, it's how much you use. And then we will just go like this. Else clear interval crazy. That'll get rid of the interval. Oh wait, no, we don't want that. We want to do that in the same thing. There we go. Alright, so now let's see if this works. That was built really fast, and when I build when I'm talking, I always forget stuff. Okay, so we get the buddy, and I don't know how soon we're going to end up with ammo at 100. How long would that take? Well, the power-ups just sit there and wait for you. That's got to be more than 100. Okay, something isn't working all the way correct. So I'm going to stay on and debug this. If you guys want to watch it, go ahead. What I want to do is, first, where we increase ammo, where are you? Where we increase ammo, we're going to go console.log ammo. It's just going to keep telling us how much ammo we have. Now this interval function should keep running if ammo is bigger than 100. I might have to put this in its separate function. Let's see if we can get this to work though. So we're going to go console. Let's refresh. I have to find a spaceship. For some reason I always go to the left one. And it's been lucky. Okay, so here is our ammo count. If I get these, it goes back to 0. I couldn't resist, I'm sorry. So maybe that's a lot, 100. It's not counting individual bullets, it's counting how many times I hold down the W key. And it's lagging me by having this console open. Come on, you can do it. 100. Oh, and it did go back. It was working. No debug needed. 100's just a lot. I'm going to give you 30. Give you 30. And let's go ahead and clear this out. And let's find this spaceship. We could do so many different things, but obviously you only have time for a little bit. And hopefully you understand the principles behind it. And then we go back. Now if you wanted the ammo to have to fall through the floor and you have to get it in the air, you know how to do that now. And there's another 50 bullets. Okay, so that's how we did the power up and the barricades. Hopefully the for loops made sense, the if statements are making sense. In the next part, we're going to bring on the enemies, and then we're going to do waves. And the waves is going to get fun. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Enjoy.